Hello, folks. Welcome back to VoD Review. We've got our last weekend of LTA North games, and it was all LTA North games for Split 1 of Americas. They knocked out all the LTA South teams in the first round, and now we have 100 Thieves versus FlyQuest for the upcoming VoD. So, as always, thanks so much for tuning in. You can support me everywhere at CubbyXX, and also likes, comments, subs help a lot. I read all the comments, so feedback helps too. And yeah, that being said, let's hop into this VoD review. What do we got? We have... For game one, here was of course. Okay. Vern, Cassio, Poppy taken away. And then we have Skarner, Callista, Yone all taken away. So, these bands pretty consistent. So I didn't take the Yone away from 100 Thieves in game one. And I feel like this band especially is very much warranted against FlyQuest. Anyway, with Jace being first picked, it does mean it ends up with a Vi, Varus answer. Sejuani, Corki next. Corki, of course, flexible. And then Cassante. I think as time has gone on, I definitely am... I think Corki mid is much stronger than Corki bot. So, the flex to play the Sylas into the Azir... You do have a couple good ults here as the Sylas, but we have a pretty low-range composition that has to get through Varus Azir, and then I think the Braum pick is really warranted here for Busio. Playing Braum duty into this does feel really good. You already have main engage, and it does shift Varus into the on-hit build, but you can play as on-hit Varus in this game. I think you're just going to do more damage than poke Varus in this scenario. So I don't know. I think that leaving the Corki mid and then looking for a different AD might have been the answer. Yeah. Would have led to a different bot lane too. Ayla on Rel. Ayla's a really strong Rel player. It's not like Rel's bad here. I mean, Rel's a strong champion, but I don't love the Sylas. I am a little bit biased towards Corki mid again. I'm not surprised they're playing the Sylas in this comp, but it really does put you on a timer in this game. And it allows for like the Azir, Varus, Braum, and Cassante getting through all that to try and get back to the carries. I think is just a really tough task. I'm not a fan of it for that reason. So. Cool lower third for Blippo. I think his Cassante has been much, much, much better this year. Like, for me, that's the pick where I feel like Blippo actually really leveled up just how he plays this champion. I thought his Cassante just kind of got by last year, whereas this year I feel like his Cassante has actually been quite good. Is lethal tempo for quad this game? Good trade from Sniper. Blippo kind of, yeah. The E and the stepping up for that creep is pretty heavily punished. All right. I miss Caddy. Cool, good trade. That's pretty big for the Thieves, forcing Blippo off this wave. And they actually starved them out quite a bit. Definitely down experience once Sniper gets back in the lane. So that's a nice win. I do like that opening. The bad news is that Inspired gets ahead on the clear. But that's okay. You'll sack that. I think you'll take the trade for the Thieves. Actually, really well done here by Quad. When did they get this ward down? Oh, Inspire dropped it. Wow. Inspire dropping this ward and scouting out the Raptor camp, it does save his mid laner in the back half. Because Inspired is spotted, so they know that they can get away with this look, but that ward was really clutch. Nice. Really well done. That's really good that FlyQuest got Quad out of that timer. With Inspired being scouted. Unfortunately, we're going to have a skirmish doesn't go their way. Oh, Boost, you could have played this one better. I think you just hit Ayla. Like, if you Q Ayla, he's so fucking dead on my screen with no flash. So I think Busio is trying to get a little bit fancy going for the carry here. Hang on. I'm going to go back to when Blippo was forced out. Blippo has a TP here. But I'm wondering if... Because, like, again, the FlyQuest bot lane... Well, I think that you swap the lanes here as FlyQuest. I think that when bot wave gets this in, you can send them up here top. They get a plate down bot? I mean, they jailed him like the entire lane phase. I can't... No, they didn't get a plate. Yeah, I think that flipping the lanes, because what's going to happen here is that FlyQuest plays to bot and plays for the dragon. But again, with how hard the Varus and the Braum are winning, and that is I think it's a hard winning lane in a Corki Rel. You double outrange them, and the Braum interactions against Rel it's pretty nice. So for me, the logic is that FlyQuest can pick the side of the map they want to play on, and Blippo's getting hammered. They can find a play pattern where they at least prioritize first grubs with the people they have. I think it's tough to fight or contest the Sejuani Silas at first grubs, so the only way that you can do so is by having numbers. Now, it could be that FlyQuest like make the call, hey, even with us being up there, we still don't want to contest, which I think is honestly kind of fair. It just puts a lot of pressure on the second grub. The fact that, like if you have a double bot lane up there, you would have bought a window where you can punish the Jace and Cassante gets to catch some waves in bot side, and then 100 Thieves has to match, or they have the option to like continue the shift, which I think is actually pretty good for Cassante. Corki is definitely going to get more on the shift if he's in the 2v1 versus the 2v2, as we've seen, but given the waves that FlyQuest had, it would have been a proactive way to try and get the... Oops. I mean, Blippo's here as the fight's over. Yeah, Blippo got the wave and walked. And it's not called out. Here for my regularly scheduled TL Glaze. What's up, Trespasser and Pacemaker? Blippo being here just means fight's over. And the FBI walk is not warranted. Actually, it is, because Quid's going to TP top and they're going to eat everything. But Tabe is just the greatest drafter of all time. I mean... There's been a lot of talk about drafts in LPL, and I agree that they haven't had the best read on Fearless, but like, the JDG drafts, I cannot believe what I've been seeing from JDG in their drafts. Nice walk from Blippo here. There's really not much to talk about besides the fact that Blippo had the walk and FlyQuest made a play. I actually really like Top Esports Game 3 draft. I think the Lee Sin being picked is meh, but I thought the comp actually worked out pretty well. R2 Kennen had me screaming. Kennen wasn't played last. Oh, you're talking about the other series. Yeah, they drafted so illegally in the upper bracket against AL. I'm talking about last night. Yeah, I thought they actually had a way to win that draft, but they did not play it out well at all. Whereas I thought there were other drafts they've had where there's just been absolutely no fucking way to win the game. It's be a 5-1 split. It's not great. I don't blame FlyQuest though for not wanting to fight against the Sejuani Silas now. Yeah, I just don't think they win. I think FlyQuest realizes that too. Ooh, Inspired going for the Blabber Tech. Some Shrive Horse Vi. Huh. Booster gets caught. I guess Inspired's top, so he's kind of greeting by walking on this side of the map for vision. I think helping quad here is fine, but he wasted a lot of time walking back. And then gets caught. Yeah. If he doesn't waste the time around the pit, I think he matches Rel and the move speed and they get out. And then it's just the kill top, but he goes down. It's a nice trade by Blippo to set this up. Also, this Varus build gonna feel really nice later on. I think that like Varus, when you get the Rage Blade and you want to maybe go Nash's Tooth later on, you do like Greaves aren't nearly as useful as Steel Caps in this game. Where as the on hit Varus, like you do have to play up and hit. So I like the choice from Masu. Also like how Masu's just holding the wave. He's doing everything that he can to play as far back as possible to get his farm as the Varus, and I think that as on hit Varus, where you don't dominate the wave the same way you do with poke Varus, I actually really like that. It's small, but it's a good thing. Okay, so FlyQuest are giving the Herald trade, and then this was the clip I think I saw on Twitter. Why is FBI in this? Oh, he gets stuck. Yeah, FBI's stuck. So he gets caught out. Easy, and then Blippo hits the 1v2. And I mean, this is pretty much game. But even now, I feel like 100 Thieves, they're doing the Herald with like no setup. Because they 4-1'd here, and like Herald hasn't spawned. This is 20 seconds later on the game clock, and they're on Herald, and I think this is okay. But they have like the way that they seesawed the map. Azir's in. Azir gets the next wave in. Hey, what's up, Niction? It just takes too long, and then FBI getting stuck is bad. Dear Lord. Popo did play this pretty nicely. That's really is some really nice animation cancels in the back half, and even the thought to try and get out of his R to have more resistances is well played. Yeah, he did walk into the Q3, but also, I mean, Quid did the same here. Oh, I guess he didn't walk in, but actually, yeah, let's watch this from a 100 Thieves perspective. Can we play this better? Actually, let's just wait for the replay. I'll get the full thing. Yeah, I mean, I think this game is really hard now. Because that's soul point, feet secured, FlyQuest scales really nicely. 100 Thieves just... I think the FlyQuest refused to fight them early, and that was the right call in this game. Yeah, the TP too from Quad and Whippo big. They don't lose anything. Like, top's still pretty catchable. Alright. I'm going to play this one better. So tower shot was taken. Oh, I think Quid's Q is really bad here. Did Sniper E him? Sorry, I'm trying to...
Holy shit, he's hot!
Yo, Kyber, thanks for the prime. Very nice of you. Good to see you, man. Hope all is well. Alright, I guess they just got fucking owned. I think taking the tower shot early on is bad from Quid. Hope you don't get two. Yeah, it's all okay. It's like Sniper like eating that turret shot ended up being good or big, and then he Qs into the unstoppable, which is a big damage reduction, right? Yeah, I think Sniper misplayed this one. And obviously, like, we each walked into some Q3s, so that hurts too. But Sniper E'd, yeah. I feel like this is more desperation by 100 Thieves than anything, and FlyQuest just had the response, and yeah, it did seem pretty easy for them. I mean, it's gonna be draft gap now. Yeah, guys, the one team that scales better scaled. Didn't EM put in Sniper kill him to get out free? Yeah, it could be. There was definitely some dysynergy there with the... I also think that eating the tower shots early were an oopsie. One big volume. Nice from Blippo to get Ill Flash. But again, like 100 Thieves, I will say that I don't love how they approach this objective. I actually think that where Quid and Sniper are on the map needs to be flipped right now. Oh, I guess Quid was top. I think after this play, they should base... The Jace should walk up and they should base the Silas. My theory on that is I think that Jace being grouped in mid for the poke is a better setup. And then having Silas try and approach from any sort of angle is also a better setup. I don't know how possible it is, just with how big Blippo is on Cassante. But the Jace for sure isn't moving that. Silas isn't either, to be fair. But like, at least here, like, again, the Cassante base. So if you do have Silas walking out of base here to hit this bot wave, or at least like push the next bot wave out, then after that, when the dragon's up, you have the chance to at least create an angle. There's just zero chance to create an angle. They end up getting Quid down here, right? Which I think that the walk versus the base, I feel like the base would have been better. And again, having Sniper be mid earlier is better. Sniper also got stuck taking down the Azir turret. I really don't think, like, he's deleting this wave. I think that needs to be FBI eating the wave and Sniper peppering the dragon. We need this flip-flop where we're at and what kind of resources we're getting. Why did River walk out there? Oh, Masu. Ugh. Bedar. I guess they saw the Sand Soldier and walked away, but still. Don't like where he dropped that one. And River got so chunked, though, to start the fight. Like, it's really unplayable in the back half. You kind of need Sejuani to be involved here. If Sejuani gets chunked like that early, it's bad. And then, again, just Varus Braum. They lock up the Silas. About to lock up the Rel. Yep. And Masu is just running at Quid. Well played. The series was so weird. I didn't feel like Fly played poorly. 100 Thieves played well and kind of beat them. I think the Fly played poorly in game 2, but we'll talk about that. This game, I feel like 100 Thieves just did nothing and lost. Most part of this weekend, 100 Thieves had no object permanence of the bot side objectives till it's too late. Yeah, I think like 100 Thieves have flaws as a team. They have strengths as a team for sure, but they don't play map well enough. I think if 100 Thieves played map like 10-15% better, this would be a really scary team. I think part of their style being bloody does they get not as much practice with rotations and tempo, because my guess is that all the time they're just like, hey, this guy's down flash, let's kill him. But can't get enough credit for being the floor raiser that he is. No, I called it the best pickup of the offseason, and I feel like the split vindicated that take beforehand. I think you could argue Sven going to C9, but for me, it's easier to see the impact of FBI, and yeah, he's just such a good fit for the team, which is my logic behind. I just think that 100 Thieves, like, FBI is just the perfect fit for what they already had. I mean, Ocean Soul is secured, and this game kind of looks like the way I thought the series was going to go. Blippo zones out River. This fight's not competitive. There's really no angles being formed by 100 Thieves, and Ayla goes in there just to buy space and time. They're up against the Otacon GA buff 2. So, this is a good play. Masu's no sums. He shouldn't be here. Ah, mistake. For sure shouldn't be here. Nice reaction, too, from FBI. Oh, it doesn't matter. All right, sick. Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this game's over. And that's 3 inhibs. Shit. Oh, we think that Korea is the strongest region. I do think that HOE are going to be favorites, but honestly, I feel like on that team, Zeus and Delight have just been so big. And I think that LPL right now is legitimately just every series outside of JDG can be explained by who is the better support. And then JDG is just like winning in spite of missing. Always he's been horrific. Maybe TL can, you know, vie for finals. It's a 5-team tournament. Anything could happen. All right, GG's. Congrats to Blippo's family who are about to watch him run it for the next couple of games. Anyway, game 2. Okay, so we swap sides. Therefore, bans end up getting switched up. It's only the Ivern taken away. Skarner, Callista. These two are, or these bans are similar. First pick Yone, which they really are prioritizing denying over there. Poppy Akali for Zyra Scion. I'm really surprised that we saw Scion this early. I think looking back in this draft, the Kai'Sa is a good pick. This is one of the few things that can shred the Scion. I think that it's still not the easiest game for Kai'Sa. You have to deal with the Ezreal and Yone range. I do think it ended up being a nice game for Xin. I think maybe in hindsight, you could drop the Nocturne ban, especially if you want to play Ezreal. I think Nocturne is really bad in the Scion. Also, Gnar, like the Akali has pretty like low value unless you start to beat the Yone. The Gnar actually does have value into the Yone, which should be behind in the lane. It's just not valuable in the Scion. So I'm looking at this game in draft. I just see Scion and Gnar Akali, and I like Scion. I like FlyQuest's draft. So for me, I do think later is not quite as bad as I initially thought for 100 Thieves, because Poppy can sometimes give you numbers advantage. Or like Poppy's just so strong. Sniper Passive being a developmental player, by the way. I think split 2 and 3. He should not get a pass anymore. No, I think that's one thing that like Razvan and I realized going through some of his tape is that he wasn't nearly as good as we thought. I know like sometimes it's the VoDs, sometimes he's flippy, but I think that there are some fundamental things that he doesn't do well, which is preventing him from getting more consistency from his play. I also think that he lanes better, or I think that he thinks he lanes better than he does. Okay, it's a 2v2 setup. A little bit surprised about this one. I thought that they'd want Scion in the swap scenario. Hanger music, bro. Everyone loves Lord. Whoop. Okay, how does Blippo get first blooded in this matchup? That's bad. Did he take it? Oh, he took a tower shot? If you had to give out early most improved player after just one split, who would it be? Oh, it's Ayla. It's 100% Ayla. What happened top, man? And just like they just get him in the swap. Nice. All right, brother is allergic to flash. Wow, that's actually atrociously played. He knows it too. All right, that was really bad. Yeah, I mean, Ayla versus Busio. I mean, these were the guys that Busio won most valuable prospect literally by 1 vote. We had Kelsey Moser break the tie on our broadcast team. And Ayla was the best player. I thought really highly of Busio. By the way, how does Sniper go from getting that kill to being this far down? Wow, it really is just the waves that they got. Like, Blippo got the soak a double wave pretty much. Yeah. Again, that academy team back in that split, I actually thought would like contest playoffs in LCS. I really felt like they were better than a couple of teams at the bottom. They were really good.
Holy shit, he's hot!
Oh, morning, Numi. Happy 27 months, Cubby. Coached by Core, that helped? Yeah, of course. But it wasn't just that. I mean, Ayla was like the best player in the league, I felt like, for a year and a half to 2 years. And then he went to LCS and just wasn't good. Yeah, that was 21. They won both splits that year. Yeah, I mean, I think Spawn was really impactful. I think that watching Kim Down play with and without him as a coach was kind of for me, that said a lot about how impactful Spawn was. And maybe how coachable Kim is too, because I thought Kim Down really leveled up this year that he was with Spawn, and then played very poorly the year he wasn't with Spawn. Just last year. TL has both lock-in trophies. That's funny. Okay, Grubs. And that chunk should be nice. It's a bit of a horror right now. Mid looks weak. 80 jungle's good. Do you mean for LCS or LTA North or NACL? So I actually think top's okay right now. Oh, LTA and pool? I actually still feel like top's okay. Mid is unironically okay too. I think support is where I've had issues, and 80. Oh, that sucks for Inspired. What? I feel like I know I've been talking to chat a lot this game. It just feels like there's a lot of things that happen like off screen almost that really impacted the game. Like FlyQuest bot lane, they have a big experience diff because Busio has been walking around and hasn't really gotten much done. And Quid getting forced out here, and Inspired going from like we're 100% even against River right now to kind of getting starved out because of whatever the fuck happened. I guess Masu just decided that or couldn't contest this wave and got jailed. This is weird to me. I think FlyQuest should just play through top lane here. No? If they play that wave, Busio gets 4. That matters. Pre-grub fight. And yes, River's walking in this direction, but they actually are playing the wave and can pull AO to them, then again, Inspired is, I feel like, has decent setup for poke in the river. And then Inspired missing this cap. He misses 6, and loses Smite, so he can't contest blue, which hurts. Oh, actually feels bad for sure. After that solo kill, yeah, it's because Blippo ate more waves. Like Sniper based on an even wave, whereas Blippo TP'd bot and got to eat a crashing wave. So he pretty much ended up a wave off that play. Slime through. I mean, we'll talk about the TL series, but I thought that they really outprepped and outperformed 100 Thieves in that. It wasn't just the APA champs. I think that it was like, I looked at all 3 of those drafts and was just like, yeah, this is TL favored. Even nameplates off, and more so with nameplates on. So anyway, still a close game right now. It is big that River got a bit of a lead on the Zyra. So I mean, Zyra of course is able to ramp through jungle later on, but has been slowing down Inspired a little bit, which is nice. So the Yone pick's a little bit behind. Again, this is the perk of the Narakali setup, because at least you have two winning side lanes into Yone. It's just that I don't think either are winning in the Scion. They went 5-1, but yeah. At least I think. Right? We got... Yeah. We'll get to that later. I feel like River slowing down Inspired actually mattered a lot in this one. I did do a decent job of contesting his camps. Oh, they got that one. This doesn't look good. Really like the engage from Busio. You can get around Poppy by just flash Q. So well played. And good follow up from Masu. Good escape by Quid. We don't need the drop mid for this. So I think Blippo overextends here for sure. I mean, obviously he doesn't get anything for it, but Masu's dropping mid wave to help support this, which is not necessary. I think if they played out clean there, they might have been able to base one wave sooner, and that does matter for Dragon setup. Like, Blippo and Masu could have both been in base by now. We did have Sniper pick up first brick. It's quite nice. And it's Titanic for Blippo. So a lot of wave clear on the Scion. Yeah, I'm still really nice for 100 Thieves that Rivers had this lead over the Zyra. And they were able to pick up feats. So nice little bonus there still. This game feels like it being even. Feels like this could be FlyQuest favored. Just with the Scion, with the Yone, they should be able to play 3 lanes out really well. And again, whatever lane I think later on the Scion's in, they should be able to bully. Actually really surprised that Blippo did pop the R like this. He had double control wards, and no one else was on this side of the map, so... I think that Mini is the harder form for Scion. But that's just me. Beat Gnar inside late. Yeah, Narj can't stay Mini forever, and so you cannot kill Scion. And you just outpush, and then you get to be Scion. Free rift, though, for the Thieves. That's nice. Again, I'm just really surprised at how many leads they're actually able to get in the top side. I mean, Inspired being down like this is really, really good for 100 Thieves. And yes, Bwipo is up a little bit on the Gnar, but still going down solo and actually being able to be pressured by the Gnar is not stuff that I had on my bingo card when I looked at this draft and thought the FlyQuest would have this one be very winning in their favor. A little bit surprised that we didn't see Bwipo try and wrap up that turret. He did have ult to get away. But did reset with a team. Quad, meanwhile, is stuck. And then, yeah, Quad gets taken down. And whole team reset. Quad just decided to play one more wave. He played it out nice. He just had to walk down. Yeah, that's... again, no one's on map, so... A little greedy. Alright, guys, the matchup we all were waiting for. Akali into Sion. Bwipo has a ward. And he already had one down around him. They just missed 100 Thieves going into river. Ezreal was dipping, was fixing top or catching top. It was hitting the turret, so it gets to farm double waves. I don't think Bwipo gets to walk up. Just given that Ezreal went from top to mid, they had their power up there. And gets punished by the Thieves. Some uncharacteristic mistakes being made here by FlyQuest. Good try by Busio. He needs the QR. So, like, that R needed to come out off the Q. Instead, he tries to throw it off the E, but of course you can flash out. So, it does get the flash, but still. It's got to be a team thing. Yeah, the swap, it's got to be the, like, swap timers or just Sniper getting pulled for a wave or two. It's not like Sniper's missing every CS we see from him on screen. Nice. Yeah, this wasn't a swap game, though. Nice. You can play Ezreal in the Kai'Sa, you just have to be good. Swap's dead for first stand. They got nerfed a lot, yeah. You can no longer, like, 4-man dive. They aren't going to be dead, though. Did you watch the Freak vid? I did not. What did you learn from the Freak vid? I mean, what the fuck, man? I guess they just can't reset. And Busio's Locket was sitting on one ward. Like, that resets good timer. But, Jesus. Just gets melted. This solution is temporary. Okay. At least for FlyQuest, like, the poke identity they have is pretty solid with the Zyra and the Ezreal still at this point.
Holy shit, he's hot!
Thanks for the Prime Cycle, Raven. Alright, what are the Thieves thinking here? Contest blue. Not bad. They have FBI, though, zoned out of the fight. I really like that plant from Inspired. Play hard with Otacon. So I got Blippo's Flash. It hurts. Should be Dragon, too. There's an oops from 100 Thieves. I just... Like, this isn't warranted. They're cut off from mid. So for me, like, this is already an overstay. And I think the solution here is that they need to just drop the blue and have FBI connect with mid. It's like, if they shift to at least, like, contest or clear the mid wave, instead they get forced up, everyone's stuck here. And a TP was used by FlyQuest, which just, again, they just own mid lane. And then the TP from Quad that comes in, they own the fight. So again, I understand Otacon buff and wanting to use it, but I feel like we could have maybe saved the use for the Dragon. And like that play from 100 Thieves, they just overstayed. They didn't respond to mid wave, and they really got trapped. So now FlyQuest's gonna be able to crash some shit. Busio didn't reset though. We get a Busio reset in here? Yeah, I think Busio needs to be with this team here. Don't know exactly what his inventory looks like, but he is sitting on 0 wards now. He had a ward and a control ward. Okay. I still think you be with the team. If you're out there with... Yeah. Because now, like, we're out of wards, out of control wards, and we don't have enough sustain to... Like, we're less useful now for this fight. Okay. Oh, big from Ayla. Quad doesn't have ult yet. Oh, good try, actually, from Quad. I'm kind of down for this, honestly, from FlyQuest. I think if Inspired's with them, it's good. God, Quid just fucking ruined them. Oh my god. Good approach from Quid. Plays off bot wave pressure to create an angle. Good shit. Can't believe how much he ruined the fight. Blippo's no ult yet. And Inspired had ult, but Inspired's ult's not that good. Yeah, it's... I mean, the plants do some work, but I think that if... again, I think the setup's kind of okay for FlyQuest. I just think if Inspired and like Inspired's throwing a knee at the dragon here, and if this is on, I mean if Inspired like flashes the Gnar here, this Gnar gets one shot. So I think that's just the right call. Like how fucking dead is Gnar if you have Zyra plants on? He's got no MR, by the way. I think Gnar is very dead if Zyra returns here with Busio. I actually don't mind this play. Because they're going for a chunk on the river, and river has Crescent Guard. So yeah, and Quid add the angle, they saw him on bot wave. So I think by picking this, you're actually buying a lot of space for Quid to get through. Because like on the approach for Quid, if everyone shifts up here before Quid gets in, you have a lot more time to respond as FlyQuest. Nice Q slow from Ayla. The things in question, Shrek 5. I did see Shrek 5. We're here for Shrek 5. That's big, because 100 Thieves, they have Infernal Soul now. So again, no dragons picked up, and the Zyra's still on pretty even footing with the Zen, who they didn't double up on Cleavers, and he goes Sterex. Oh my god, LPL, take note, man. We saw a double lock in LPL today. That was fun. Definitely didn't want to barf. Uh, 369 went nuts today. Just thought 369 was on another level. Damn, well played, Sniper. Really well played by Sniper. Is that R-Stone still technically hit him on the wall? And then, meanwhile, I'm just going to wait for a replay, I think, on the lower or the other fight. What? Alright, Masu's a little crazy. Play for Mela. Do I get a replay on this fight? Oh, I don't. Okay. And we have to analyze the tea leaves. Okay. This is game 2. Trying to see how Busio gets caught, but I cannot see how Busio got caught. He was down flash. Masu makes a play. Masu's cleaning up mid as this is going on, by the way. I guess he eat forward and he's queuing it to get the cooldown back, but wasn't expecting to see Blippo burn so many tools so early. And then when quad enters, he just gets one tapped. Wow, quad actually got... Okay, that's bad. That's pretty bad from quad. And he eased forward and just gets Q3'd by the Zin. And you can see River prepping that up. Also gets steadfast presence. That feels bad. So I think the angle from quad ended up being really bad. Probably shouldn't blast cone over. Needs to walk around. Or wait for them to commit a little bit more before he commits. And then Quid TP'd back and gets to murk the fight. I still think Masu's playing pretty nice. But we're late. Again, like he E'd, cleared mid, and then is back here. So FlyQuest's not exactly on the same page. Also, I think this E from Masu, probably not necessary. So, might have been able to get some better damage in here. He is kind of going nuts, but the fight's over. Yeah, I think Blippo was way over aggressive here. Yeah, I mean, they had two people there first, but the rest of the team was on reset, so I just think that Blippo was playing way too hard. Yeah, it's Elder. All right. Quid's had a beast game. I guess I don't know, maybe there are better tanks to deal with Akali than Sion. I don't know. I mean, Sion can't ever die to Akali, but isn't the best tank at locking up Akali? So all of his shit's really telegraphed. Damn, Quad had some oopsies. Man, he's way off in this timing. Oh, never mind. I guess it was somewhat reaction from Quid. Well played, Quid. Hello, Matthew. God damn, I get the full name treatment? What's up? Mick Mikelo. Or Mick Mikelo. Leona that marks Akali. Yeah, it seems like the Leo is pretty much just going in. I 100% agree. Yeah. He really is like somewhat lone engage. And that's where maybe like a tank like Ornn's more valuable. Because you can peel Akali. Like you play a little bit more of that flexible role. But anyway. Masu did hit a pretty nice play there at the end. They overplayed their hand in the Masu for sure. I do like what Quid did this game by going for the like off tank build. I just think you have to do that when you're going up against two or more tanks. Like, you just cannot go for one shot Akali. Unironically, is this not a decent show angle? Sion was picked on 3. And if you blind Shogath, then you probably get Gwend, and then you hate your life. Gwen just fucking ruins that champion. Nope. A decent look here on the Quid, but I don't like the angle that Whippo takes. Why are 100 Thieves like this, man? In the poke with Sire Ezreal? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. Like, again, 100 Thieves, they still have some issues, you know? That's an Inspired's dead, so we just get the flip and win. Oh, big play sniper. That's a nice play. I don't mind that Masus goes hunting for FBI here. If the W hits, he actually gets someone ironically. So he's going to Q, which is, I mean, pretty perfect, and the W just doesn't hit. If he hits that W, and I think he does have to make a play at this point, so we're okay with that flip. All right, GG 100 Thieves. I feel like I kind of brain fogged during that game. There's like a lot of weird shit that happens in 100 Thieves games. Okay. Game 3. MF first pick. Okay, how do we recover from this? Panth Jin. Panth being flexible. Ends up being Alistar Victor. We go Oriana, so we make plays into the Victor. There's a lot of push. A lot of push showing for 100 Thieves in the draft right now. I don't know. I just feel like for FlyQuest, we end up with a pretty low damage comp. Like in the Jax, Malachi, Alistar, and we have a lot of slows here. I think it's kind of tough for this front line to approach. I mean, is there not enough for FlyQuest to pick Malachi here and then three-way flex it? Because they can threaten top Malachi, which is good in the Jax. Can threaten, obviously, jungle Malachi. And then Panth can go jungle support. So if you take Mal here, then you just triple, you flex a shit ton. And I'd say that Malachi has, like, at least some value in it, pressing R on Victor. And you can't pick Jax if Malachi is showing. Because then you will get top Malachi. I don't mind the idea of Bard. You're playing Bard in the good matchup in the Alistar, and you have some immobiles. But it does guarantee then that your Pantheon goes jungle, and you get to do shit like this. So then I think the other discussion is, you know, it is River. I guess they don't want to deal with the Jarvan or the Kong. I don't mind these two bans, honestly. I don't think Garen's good here, though, this game. Again, just a lot of shit to get through as the Garen. Like, you should own the front line of Jax, Malachi, Alistar, but are you ever going to truly get in range to reach MF Victor? Which I think that's really tough. I don't know what I'd propose, though, here instead. Because I don't love Gragas this game. I mean, you could just give Whippo Renekton and commit to early game. As I do think we get outscaled here if you're FlyQuest. I do love the Whippo Renekton, but pushing bot. Jungle can attack early. Victor bullies Ori, so he has to push. I think Gragas would be good. Yeah, Gragas is decent here. I think Gragas would have been kind of nice. I was thinking about Gragas. I don't know. As I think what ends up happening is I mean Inspire goes kind of Super Saiyan on the Pantheon, but FlyQuest just get outscaled. All right. Oh. You know, I actually would have kind of liked Hui this game, by the way, instead of Ori. I'm always a fan of quads Ori, and they are, like you're able to make plays around mid, but I really like the Hui and the Victor matchup. All right, Bwipo has Conquer this game. I think Phase Rush again. As this game goes on, we'll see where Phase Rush might have been very helpful. Yeah, I'm fine with the Ori for playmaking. It's just like this matchup, you just have to go mid. If you don't go mid, Victor wins hard in isolation. If you go mid, then you can make plays on Victor. Yeah, Hui would have been nice this game. I do like quads Hui too. Good sidestep. So first timer from Busio is just walk mid. And quads up. Yeah, again, like with the Bard Panth, you can attack the Victor. Ban out. Yeah, they did ban out knock. I mean, they missed stuff. Happens. Is what it is. Quid went green tree, so that helps too. Actually, Busio got... No, he's able to get in. Never mind. FBI took a tower shot for that. That's crazy. I mean, I think that tower shot, like, unironically, just... It let FlyQuest get this wave in first. They got to swap. Nice. Bwipo TP'd back second. So it's jungle. Or dragon for grubs. I think that we could add a swap here from FlyQuest. This actually makes a lot of sense to me. Like, Inspired's clearing to get back up here. And Busio's yet to base. Like, I think that's why they can't contest the grubs at all. Also, the steel caps rush from Masu seems really cautious to me. And I think that you get a lot of value from Swifties this game. Just the Victor MF slows are, and even Maokai, it's real. If FlyQuest could have been first to it. Yeah. It's not a respectful walk from Busio. And then Quid uses his shove to... Oh, he's actually walking back from base. Wow, he dropped this? Oh no, he's getting frozen on. That's kill on to Victor's big though, because that he gets E-evolve really early now. So like whenever you can accelerate Victor like that, it's big. I don't know what Busio's doing either. I also just don't know the lane assignments here for FlyQuest. Like, it's not going well. The thing that's going really well for them is the fact that Inspired has yet to be on the map, and when he does show up on the map, he's going to be fucking huge. Yeah, E-evolve early for Quid. That hurts. Level 7's the breakpoint, too, for one-shotting waves. You can see he's got edge because he outranges the Ori now. So that is actually really big. Great play from River and Ayla. Really good disengage. Managed to get Quid out, who has TP. So those are some significant tools burned by FlyQuest for nothing. I like the look into Quid. The fact I got nothing for it is so bad. I just think this is early.
Timing could be great, but like you said, Cummy.
Think they could have saved Malalt? Maybe. This is just early. Like I understand wanting to attack Quid, but man, like the only way this play works with Lucio not having 6 is if you're able to chain Pantheon and Shockwave. Saving it would have been big for second grubs. Yeah, it would have played that well. And like, regardless, second grubs just aren't contestable anymore with the cooldowns that were used, and then Blippo wanted the fixed bot. So that's like a free 6 grubs from FlyQuest. Given over to 100 Thieves. Bot not rotating early, and then a failed play on the second spawn. I just makes the game really, really tough now for FlyQuest from here on out. Just really surprised. I don't either. I just don't get the reset. Again, like you're really respecting MF. Flash for flash, good trade from River. You'll take that trade. That really helps protect Victor too. I think this is where Busio starts to go like Super Saiyan. Oh no, it's later on in the game. Busio definitely made some mistakes early. He really made up for later on. Him and Inspired were really big in getting them in the game. Good interrupt and angle from Ayla again. How does Ayla get in here? Why is Busio on the top side of the map too? I guess they're securing a path for Masu to walk down, but he's got a base. He's Ohm. This is just wasted time. And again, I get Busio's in the bot side here. He might be able to help protect Quad from actually getting yanked. Quad walking into this is for 2 autos not exactly worth it. Tiring hearing all the negativity around LOL esports. I mean, a wee bit, but I'm not even like a big face or a tier 1 person, so I can't really That'd be way more tiring than others, you know? I think we tried to keep things a little bit more positive on Hotline League. It's been good. It's something where, like, Blippo not having phase rush, he's got a flash there instead of being able to walk out. I mean, again, we're making plays like that where Masu was in base, walking out of base, and quad lost flash going into that. Busio was, for me, not playing right side of map earlier. And, yeah, it just doesn't look good. Could have taken Dragon after the fight. From here. Actually, honestly, I'm kind of happy they reset. So I think that their theory is that if they reset, get on the map first, and they'll have positioning for the Dragon. Because all lanes were even. And that they reset and like were able to overload with grubs and get plates too before plates fell. So I actually really like that play. Again, like resetting as MF too, you can just always beat your opponents to where you want to be. And you can throw your weight around early really well. Yeah, they'd rather use grubs with plates being up, which they do well. Yeah, this is a really good sequence by the Thieves. I think they're doing a nice job of actually moving MF around, which is really key. Like, if you want to use MF well, you've got to move this pick around. You cannot keep this pick in one lane. Who wants it more? Correct, LCS EV. Return to what made NA great in the first place. Who wants it more? AKA how big your wallet is. AKA congrats to Shopify Rebellion and getting Demonte. The big move of the offseason. Who plays more ARAM? It's a good sequence. Whippo has XP advantage. Quid is TPing, but with Pantheon ult, you can always have numbers advantage. Really nice ult by Inspired. Good sequence for FlyQuest. They're going to lose the outer, but at least they traded out the outer on bot side. If you're going up against a 6 Grubs team, you're going to have to make some choices. I think that TP out from Whippo is good. But Rift secured. So that's one tower guaranteed to fall pretty much with 6 Grub Rift. Try to make fast play on Sniper. Again, Jack's pretty mobile. No real threat there. Got to go connect with Masu again. We went for Collector. Nice. Good ult from Busio. I think that this is a mistake for sure from 100 Thieves. They should check where Bard's at before dropping this. It is good Bard tech. Expensive fourth shot from Masu. Could have went for the minion. He's back. I mean, Victor outranges everything in this game. It's really nice. Like, Victor Laser is real fucking useful. Base Comet, too, from Quid. Because once you get the slows, it's nice. Good focus on the Quid, though. Just a lot of focus on the Blippo, and Quid got stuck. Great ult placement from Inspired. And appreciate how Quad is walking up. FBI is out of mana. So, again, I think the play here is for the turret, which 100 Thieves is going to get, but not much more. Punishment from FlyQuest. A bit of an overstay here from the Thieves, for sure. When you have Quid low and FBI like that, I think that's fair. It was a good bounce back from FlyQuest. Trying to give it over to Quad. Great ult from Inspired. Inspired's up 2 levels, too. He's doing some serious work on this Pantheon. I hope we get more Pantheon outside of just Fearless. I am actually on the Heartsteel Pantech. I think it's actually good. Good kill. Alright, so this is FlyQuest doing what they want to do with the comp. They got some flashes out from the last fight, and they were able to punish it. Good kill on the Quid. Just good confident look from Busio. I don't think Quid's in the worst spot in the world. I guess his team's on the Dragon. He just didn't connect with them. I think there is a real question of does he need to be up here and go for this laser? But, yeah. No laser needed. Real quick. Out of curiosity, from what you've seen, does the loss from FlyQuest come down to draft diff? I feel like the mid diff was too big. It was neither. Actually I thought the last draft from FlyQuest was a little bit worse on second look than I thought going in, but I do like the draft from them. Just think that they didn't play their rules out right. Do think that Busio needed to mark the Akali. This I do like 100 Thieves draft this time around. I think we're a little bit range gated here for FlyQuest. And I think that as this game goes on, much more difficult to interact with Maokai and the front line for FlyQuest 2. So it's like between being range gated and that, I don't love this setup for him. But no, this is just play diff. Like, FlyQuest were making mistakes. Yeah, early macro was bad. I agree. They really didn't move with purpose on the map early on. Another response flash from Quad. They end up finding River. Good peel from Awa again has a decent attempt. helps make sure that River didn't get fourth shot. I think the response for Inspired here is good. Bad alt angle from Masu, actually. Yeah, this alt, I do think it's reasonable for me to say you aim it to, you know, get rid of your out. That's one thing where as Jin, like, I think you're looking for terrain to pin people against and looking for their outs. For me, their out is to connect with mid. And that exit that they took. So bad alt. Stuff to consider when you're going to play stuff like Jin Ash, which I think Masu plays these champs well, but that was a poor one. This is kind of crazy from Busio. Like, they get River to get that far in, and then that ult is really nice, too. That's really, really, really well played by Busio. Great ult from FBI. Again, Busio hits a thick stun. And then Sniper has a nice play here, but still a little bit too late. He's going to get ran down. Good fight. That was a really, really good response from Busio. Like, Busio fucking, to get River there and then drop this ult is really smurf. Quid flashes down too, so that's punishable. I think if Inspired continued to look for Quid there, would have been big. I mean, even Busio finding this is really big for the fight, even if this fight doesn't look super hot. Again, this is where I get a little bit more concerned over FlyQuest comp. I said I don't love how their frontline interacts. And this is where the non-phase rush Garen hurts. Because Maokai just fucking ragdolls Garen in this fight. Between the two Qs and the R, and then red buff, like, this Garen just is not able to interact with the backline. I think phase rush was really important this game for Blippo. Because you're getting slowed by fucking everything the 100 Thieves is throwing at you, especially with the Victor being full evolved, right? And then Quid wasn't pressured this time around. Masu's only hitting the front line. Sniper's able to be flexible. FBI's protected. So they end up with a front to back here. Really nice for 100 Thieves. And yeah, these slows are just doing really, really big work. I thought Busio locking up FBI was good, but again, the Pantheon Garen just don't get to interact at this point of the game. Whip ult on CD. No, he's got it up. We think that he could have gone on FP. No, but see that the Maokai, he gets queued backwards, and then queued into the two carries. River just ruins him in this fight. Yeah, he can't move. Yeah, too much CC for Garen. I agree. I thought it was a Croc angle. Croc or Gragas. The response from FlyQuest was good here. Just fight the Audicons now. Inspired has had some really, really nice Rs. And then Masu makes a big play. Busio gets him out too. Really, really nice. Love the flash forward there from Masu. I think that's a great look. And they match the reset of the Otacon. Anyway, continuing. Still Baron for 100 Thieves. You keep Baron through Otacon, guys. You know, Otacon goes on everyone, even if you're dead. I feel like that'd be a nice change, actually. That's a little OP. I still don't love the global buffs either. Like, the fact that everyone gets blue and red, I don't like. I think it's really fucking strong. Very optimistic look. I don't mind trying to yoink Alistar ult. Actually, really played. This is really, really nasty from Busio, by the way. I do think that it was really unquid. I mean, if it catches Quid, though, and he hits both carries, like, that's nasty. Either way, it got Quid Flash, which is worth it. But, again, the way this fight played out. Quad just getting kind of tossed around. I mean, this Bard has been actually so big with how Busio's been playing it. I mean, like, Bard has saved multiple fights and made multiple fights work this game. Like, this is unholy value on the Bard. Really well played. I think the Busio still, like, definitely made some mistakes early on in this VoD. Bard mechanics, though, in these fights has been really nice later on. They wait for R up, too. They can focus on Quid for the next fight. Should for sure be the target here for FlyQuest. This is their soul. Whippo marking the Jax is probably best setup. Inspired Flash is in the yoink it. Honestly, like the trap here from FBI. They got a lot of damage onto the... Just to keep Victor out of the fight. Ooh, I think Busio should have held. If Busio holds that and they reset, they can look after. So a little bit over eager there from Busio. I do think that's an important cooldown to burn. When Victor has flash down, like, you have to punish. So Chemtech secured. We keep on showing Sniper because he, you know, has fun playing the video game. Nice block. I think Inspired E'd the wrong way. Also just don't see how we got caught. Oh, Ava got him. Oh, no, Z was down. Oh, he tried to ult. That's why it looked weird. Don't know if he's getting out. And then Blippo's the focus. The Jhin can't do damage. The fight is greedy. They do kill Sniper. Like, Sniper's dead. Just think that the way that Inspired walked, not joining them, or going around this wall, is the greedy / griefy part. Like, Inspired is synced up with his team here. And then he gets stuck. Yeah, he goes to kind of, like, pester them and keep them away from Sniper. I think if he just walks and commits, Or even if he goes north, like if they do kill Sniper and Inspired lives, so again, Inspired like being synced up with the team, if he chills around here, then they can actually look for a Tempered Fate into like our combo, right? And then it's really good for FlyQuest. Because they're in a 5v4. They have options, you know? They can just stall out the waves and then let Blippo get ahead. But no. So there was two. I will also say this build from Blippo felt weird. Like I'm the biggest Sojin proponent, but there's been a few fights where he's just getting fucking melted in the front line. So having like no stair axis game, no Randuins, or I mean, just other shit that you look for on Garen felt weird. It went 1-for-1. I don't know what Blippo did. Yeah, they're showing his. Blippo's had like a couple fights where he kind of griefed it, and they're in a pretty losing situation here, and they're just like showing his family. They did a little dirty, you know, little dirty. I don't know if Blippo had Q up or not. I can't tell. Oh, his Q looks like he wasn't able to use it. I mean, again, I think here, like, can we not just fire Panthar? Even if we trade it from Alkire, it's not bad. I feel like there's an angle to actually get the channel off. Tempered Fate. And it's ruined all the time. I don't know. I feel like Maokai value for the front line in this game, which is like Maokai was so valuable against the Garen Pantheon, and then just really couldn't be killed by the Ori Jhin. I thought the Maokai pick just ended up being really big this game for 100 Thieves. Yeah, that's game. Congrats to Thieves to making finals. All right, guys, we have some VoDs left, but kind of a weird series. I feel like FlyQuest felt disjointed or like didn't play with the right direction early, and then they tried to play their way back in, but it was a little bit too late or like not that well. There a reason Fly doesn't like Zeri or Jinx? I think that Whippo's pool gets opened up a lot more with the utility ADs. So I think that's the reason. Anyway. Thanks so much, guys. Appreciate everyone tuning into this VoD review. We got more in the stream. This is going to be it for the YouTube VoD. Likes, comments, subs help the channel out a lot. Follow me everywhere at CubbyXX, and especially on Twitch where I stream these live.